Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. You guys, it's been 20 days, 20 days since we started on our second round of the GLP-1s. How is it going? I know some people asked, and here I am to give you kind of a quick update, let you all know what has happened, what my doctors are thinking, how things are going. And hey, it's Friday night, right? So let's have a Friday night chit chat. I've done a Friday night chit chat in so long. But you guys, I just thought we would jump in and talk about this journey that I am on. I'm excited that you're here with me. I'm excited about the journey that God has me on, although it has not been pretty. It really has not. Hey, ma'am, thank you. I appreciate that. I was feeling a type of way, and so I'll tell you guys about that. So if you're new around here, hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name is Shakima. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children. Shamika's 36, Trandon's 30, Alana's 22, and Jackson just turned 17. Bubba is going to college this fall, and so I am really into this empty nesting phase. About backstory quickly. Hey Tiff, good to see you. Backstory. So 3 years ago in 4 years ago, 2022, I started to recognize that I was gaining weight just out of nowhere. I was doing keto, had been doing keto for a long time, doing extremely well. And then all of a sudden it was like in 4 months, I think I gained 40 pounds in 4 months. It was crazy. And I did not recognize myself. Went through a lot of trial and error. Let me try to lose weight. Started talking to my doctor. Heard about the GLP-1s for the very first time. Had no experience with those at all, or didn't know anybody who was doing them. Just happened to run into a coworker at work who was having the same issues, and we were talking about the same things. And I talked to my doctor. My doctor said, absolutely not. We will not be going down this road. And I said, but you don't understand. I said, okay, test my hormones. She tested my hormones. She said, nothing's wrong with your hormones. Everything is well. Now, previous to this, I was in my 30s. It's in my 30s when I had a partial hysterectomy because I had extremely serious cycles, monthly cycles. And she said, hey, good to see everybody. Y'all do me a favor, like the video, please. I would appreciate that. It helps push us out into the algorithm. She said, I see nothing wrong with your hormones. Everything looks fine. And I said to my doctor, I have to be very gentle how I say this because I don't want to promote anything. And I am simply talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. But I told my doctor, I said, if you don't help me, I'm going to throw myself out the window. I was so overdone with the process, overdone with trying to figure out how to get back to who I was, even though I'd been heavy for a long majority of time. I did not realize why I was gaining so much so quickly. Long story short, my doctor said, hey, here's what I'll do. Why don't you see a lifestyle coach? So I started seeing a lifestyle coach, and it still wasn't going well. I was doing some stuff, but it still wasn't working. So I said to her, would you help me do this? And so again, it wasn't a go. And then I didn't see her for a couple of months. Come a couple months later, nothing's working. I say to my doctor again, listen, I really want to try this. I'm not sure if it will work or not, but I'm desperate. And she said, I will agree to petition your insurance if you agree to see the lifestyle coach. So I'll say yes and sign off as long as you go and see her for appointments. So I said, absolutely. And the lifestyle coach was the same. She said, Shakima, I'll prescribe this if you agree to see me. So we made our appointments. We set everything up, and I started doing the injectables of the Wegovy in 2023, April of 2023. My insurance was on board. I paid $24.99 for my monthly injections. I got 4 injections for the month. And then I think it was January of 2025, we got a thing from our insurance say they would no longer be covering it and starting in April. So I was getting my last dose of my last shots in April, but April was going to be over April 1st. So the very end of March 2025, no, 2024, my pharmacy was able to script me out one final script that took me through the month of April, because I had like one more thing. They were trying to get it in before that April 1st deadline. But by the end of April, I was totally done with the injectables. So that led me into, I had gone from, I started my shots at 230 pounds. I went down to 161 pounds. I started at 230. I've been as heavy as 250, and I went down to 161 over the last 2 years. So on into 25, finishing up 24 into 25, and then 25 to now, I've gained back about, you see, if I calculate correctly, according to my scale, 36 pounds, according to the doctor's scale, 38 pounds. So I've gained that weight back. I can tell, I see it in different places on my body, and I still believe that it's hormonally. So at the end of April of this year, I started was telling my doctor again, I'm gaining weight. I don't know how to fix this. Is it perimenopause? Is it menopause? I don't have a uterus. I still have my ovaries. So my doctor was adverse to hormone replacement. No, we don't believe in any of that. We're not doing it. Okay. So my doctor retired. I got a new doctor, African American, young doctor. She's young. She's cute too, real cute. She's fun sized. She's a tiny little thing. And I was just telling her, hey, this is my body. This is what I'm feeling like. And she is pro Shakima. You're telling me this. Let me see how I can fix you, how I can help you. And so she helped me by giving me a different weight loss medication called Contrave. Now, Contrave has two ingredients. One is a weight loss, and one is bupropion, which helps you with your brain thinking, right? It's kind of like an antidepressant. I enjoyed being on Contrave for the antidepressant because the weight was getting to me. I did not tolerate it in my body because I was sick all the time, just absolutely debilitatingly sick. I was nauseous. I was throwing up. I couldn't stay at work. I would have to come home. I just could not get it together. And I did that for 2 or 3 months, thinking, hey, your body's going to adjust. My body never adjusted. Again, the bupropion part of that I enjoyed because I felt very lifted in my brain. I didn't feel like I had brain fog or anything like that. In the meantime, I'm still going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week because I go right after work. So I'm going to the gym, getting in my strength training, adding in some walking, eating the best I know how to eat or that I can afford to eat, and I'm still not losing weight. So I finally said to her, listen, this isn't working for me. I'm just going to try to bright knuckle it, go cold turkey, and see if I can do it. Well, long story short, it didn't work out for me. I'm still having all these symptoms with my hormones. I'm having 50 hot flashes a day for sure. I'm having 50. And my body's roasting. I feel like I'm roasting from the inside out. I could feel it rising up. And they're constant. They're back to back to back. So I finally say to her, listen, I am struggling here. I don't know how to fix this part. So she says, let me send you over to the OBGYN and see if he can help you with that part. Went over to the OBGYN at the end of April and started hormone replacement therapy using an estrogen patch. I do it twice a week. So I've been on that for 2 months. I went back today for my checkup with him. And he's like, are you better? How is it going? And I said, I'm still roasting. Now, I don't have as many flashes as I had. Still have a lot. Don't have as many. But I'm still having them. So he says, well, I started you about middle of the way with the patches. I can bump you up to double that. He's like, are you having any adverse effects? I'm not having any adverse effects. Check with your doctor, your healthcare physician before you do anything. Trust me, I've been with my doctor. So I'm not feeling any of those types of things. I'm real good. So he's gone ahead and bumped my prescription. I'm just waiting to hear for it. I have one more patch I'll start tomorrow. That'll take me through Tuesday. So prayerfully by Tuesday, they'll have my stuff together. And then I actually ended up going back to my doctor in May, latter May, it was latter May, because it took a while for it to come. And I said to her, is it any way that we can try the Wegovy again? It's way more outside of my budget than I can afford at the $2.99. When I started doing the Contrave, it was because the GLP-1 was $2.99 and the Contrave was $99. And I could afford that on my flexible spending card, my health HSA card. I could afford it. So she said, well, Shakima, I think it's she said, I think it's 99 for the first 2 months and then it goes up. So I said, well, okay, I could do 2 months and just kind of see where we are. Well, when I went to fill the prescription, it was $149. So I was like, okay, that's $49, $50 more than I plan to spend. But hey, I can find it from somewhere. I'm gonna be okay. And so we got it ordered. It did take a very long time to come. So I'm kind of a little nervous about my second dose because I only have 10 more pills. I haven't seen you need a refill yet, and it took about 2 weeks for it to come. So now should be the time when they're like, hey, you want a refill? Because this is how it works as far as my understanding is concerned. The first 30 days, you're on 1.5 milligrams because I'm now taking the Wegovy pill. So no longer the injectables, but I have to take my pill every day. So when I did the injectables, it was once a week. I like that, but I did not like giving myself needles. I don't like taking the pills every day because I have to remember, which I've had to put an alarm on my phone. But I used to have bruises all over my legs because I would inject in my thighs. I would inject into my arm. I might inject into my belly. And I didn't love that, the bruising. So now I'm just taking the one pill. So days 1 through 30 is 1.5 milligrams. Days 31 through 60 is 4 milligrams. Days 61 through 90 is 9 milligrams. And then 91 through 180, which takes you to your maintenance dosage, is 25 milligrams. So it's a huge jump, that third to fourth step. So right now I'm still on the 1.5 milligrams. So here's what I have experienced in my body since being on the Wegovy pill. The first thing is I am tolerating it very well. I have had a little bit of nausea sporadically, intermittently. I have not had it all day, every day. I have a little bit of Zofran left over from when I was taking the Contrave because I had to have something to keep me able to be staying at work, but I have not had to take anything. So I just kind of take my pill. You take one pill with a little bit of water, no more than 4 ounces for at least 30 minutes, and then you can eat after that. So the one thing that I am noticing at day 20 that I was not noticing the first week-ish is I'm not hungry, right? There are no hunger cues telling me to eat. There are intermittent times when I do feel hunger, but if I start doing stuff around, I'm busy. I don't think about food anymore. Just because I don't have hunger cues, my cravings have not left me. I am a sweets person, which again, I think that is coming from the hormones. So the doctor said to me today, he said, Shakima, I can help you get rid of the hot flashes. He said, I can assist with the weight loss. I can't totally get rid of the weight gain. He said, we can kind of help you out in that area by getting your hormones regulated. He said, but that'll never totally go away. And so have my cravings not gone away. If I eat, I still can eat a normal portion, but I really don't want a normal portion. And then I did a chat GPT, take you to your, how can I lose weight in a small, in 90 days. And it gives me amounts of food to eat. Priority for me is protein. So I've set 4 alarms in my phone, 11 o'clock, 2:30, 5:30, and 6:30. Those are the times that I need to eat protein. Protein to help with the strength training, which I need to strength train during perimenopause and menopausal time in my life so I don't lose the muscle mass. And anybody that's doing a GLP-1 situation has been encouraged, is my understanding professionally, by medical professions, that it is encouraged to continue the weight strength training so you don't lose the muscle mass. So I'm not experiencing hunger like normal hunger cues. And then the one thing that I don't want to happen, that has started to happen now at day 20, is there is a little bit of constipation. So I have to already take something because there is no go over here. I am not regular. Regular to me used to be once a week. Some people go 4 times a day. I don't understand that life. That's never been my life. But in order for me to stay regular, I am now having to make sure I prioritize my magnesium and magnesium citrate. Because I don't have hunger cues now. This is the one thing that I realized last time, and I had to jog my memory. Let me say this. You'll see my weight in a little bit. I have another video coming out. You'll see the weight. So I started out at 196.2, I believe was my number. 196.2. I weighed yesterday. That was 20 days ago. I weighed yesterday. I was 197.4. So I've gained 1 pound and 2 ounces over the long haul. But in the 20 days, I've been as high as 199. Then I've been down. Then I've been up. Then I've been down. I understand by reading the literature that is normal. Don't weigh every day. Every 2 to 3 days is what they suggest, because for me, weighing and seeing the number fluctuate is not mentally healthy. I will say this, because this was good. When I went to see my doctor a few weeks ago, school was still in, so it was in May. That number on the scale said 200 on her scale. Now I was fully dressed. I had on all my work clothes, all my jewelry for the day, and my feelings were hurt. I have not seen the number 200 in 3 years. And you telling me 200? But again, you take it, right? Go with it, girl. It's fine. I went today and I got on the scale and it was 199 point something. So I didn't see that 200 number. Could have been close, could have been anything. I'm not saying that it's been weight loss. And yes, I do think that I've gained some muscle, but my body composition is not, it's not good. I'm going to tell you what I have. I am 40, and y'all don't judge, okay? Because I'm putting my stuff out here. Y'all don't. I am me. No. Me. No. I am 31.9 is my BMI. I'm 40.5% fat. So if I lost 20% of my body fat, that would put me at roughly 38 pounds, which would put me back down to the 161. Now, totally, that's still not within the proper BMI for my height, 5.55 3/4. 125 pounds is what the chart says is healthy, is BMI appropriate for my height, right? So 40.5% of my body is fat. That's about 38 to 40 pounds, which is what I'm trying to lose, about 38 to 40 pounds. The thing says that people generally on Wegovy lose between 20 to 47 pounds, somewhere in there, between 20 and 47 pounds. I'm trying to be somewhere smack in the middle. Losing about 38 pounds is what I would appreciate. If I lost a little bit less, that would be perfectly fine. 170 to 175 is good for me. I think at 161, not doing as much strength training then was not the best for me, because I didn't really start my strength training journey until just a little bit after that, in 24. So if I could lose down to 170, that would be, according to my scale, 26 pounds. According to the doctor's scale, that would be 29 pounds. And so I'm right there within that 30 pound, 25, 30 pound limit, which of course would be helpful for me. Can I tell that I'm making some progress? Some, right? Somebody had posted on one of my things that maybe I was taking too many supplements. So I wanted to use what I had. So I've totally scratched off of the glucosamine chondroitin because that is not making me feel unstiff. I still feel stiff, and that's not helping me with inflammation. I still feel inflamed, but I don't feel as puffy as I did several weeks ago. I was feeling like I was just so, you know, I don't feel as fluff as I did. I can touch my skin and not feel like it's bouncing back at me. I don't feel disgusted by it. Now, my visceral fat is 14. It used to be 12. So I do know it used to be 11. So I do know that something in my cortisol is up because I'm gaining the weight mainly in my belly. Perimenopause, menopausal symptom. It's not like I'm gaining it everywhere. The majority of the weight is sitting on my stomach. I still do have those chicken wing things, but I have muscle as well. So you can tell that I've been working out. I do have some muscle in there in both of these arms. You can see that muscle is there, but I do got that chicken wing stuff down there. I'm still trying to work on that. We do arms 2 to 3 times a week. And so I'm working on that. Hydration, very important to get your water in. Now, the month of June has totally wrecked my eating. Why is that, Shakima? My kids came home and I wanted them to have all the things they wanted. They don't come here to eat carrots and celery. That's not their jam. They want to eat the things, and if it's in the house, we're going to eat it. So there were chips here. There were pizza. I mean, Jackson has totally stopped cooking since he did a culinary internship his last semester of high school. He doesn't want to be in the kitchen. So he's ordering, sister's ordering, I'm eating what's ordered. I have been cooking my meals because I'm trying to stay within my macros. But there's been graduation brunch, and then we had another graduation brunch. And I have a dear friend who's I haven't seen her in a while. We ate out the last 2 nights together. Can I eat all of my meals? Not all of them. My portions are getting smaller, and I'm just on dose 1.5 milligram. As I go to 4 milligrams, which is twice plus what I'm on now, I can only imagine that my meal portions will get smaller. Here's what I've decided for me, may not be for anybody else. I had a friend who was doing it the same, and I noticed that she was not gaining weight even after our insurance stopped. So in my brain, I'm thinking she just decided to do the pay option. She was working out, and maybe she didn't. But I'm going to keep on this journey as long as I can. I'm going to just find the resources and keep on the journey as long as I can. Just because insurance won't pay, if it's affordable at some place, I've got to figure that part out. What I did hear, though, is that there's a possibility in October that our state health plan will go back to paying again, but it would be a different one. It would not be the one I'm currently taking. It would be a different one. That's just an article that I read specifically for those of us with the high BMIs, because my BMI is 30.5. It is way too high. It should be something like 27. I'm considered in the obese category. So now, one thing that was, so I've got weight gain. I've got emotional moods. I have emotional eating because I'll get in a mood. And then, of course, in order to satiate my mood, you eat. That's just what life is for me. You may have emotional. That's probably what I have is emotional eating and spending. I don't know. But this morning I got up and I knew I had some things to do. I needed to get some stuff done. I've been working around the farmstead and in the garden. I've been doing a lot of things. I still have so many things to do, but I've been doing a lot of things. And I just wasn't feeling Shakima, if that makes any sense. My hair was crazy. I mean, it was dark colored, but the gray was coming in. I was putting on clothes, but I really wasn't getting dressed. I'm on vacation. I could just go outside looking any type of way. I'm in the garden. I got on leggings, it's fine. And I wasn't feeling my best. And so I know I have been having some tightness in my finances, but I had to make a decision this morning. And so I texted my sister and I said, I'm trying to decide, should I go get my hair done? Now, I've been trying to stay with the black so that I don't incur the expense of the color, right? But the color is just like the cut. If I keep it cut, I can go 8 to 12 weeks. The color's the same. If I'm making an upfront investment with the color, then I can do that 8 to 12, maybe 14 to 16 weeks. And so if I break it down per week, it doesn't seem like a ton. Again, this was a crunch. It was a sacrifice, but I didn't feel like me. I felt like my body was out of control. I felt like my emotions were out of control. And so I made a decision this morning to go and get my hair done, colored. So I checked my girl and she actually had an opening. So I was like, oh, praise the Lord. It really must be the Lord. My sister was like, girl, book the appointment. Because what I'm noticing in this whole weight loss journey, whole self-discovery, all the things is you got to feel like you. You got to, especially when your emotions are all over the place. I needed to feel like Shakima. And I'm a blonde. I should have been born a blonde. I should always be a blonde. Blonde is doing it for me. At some point, I may go back and just embrace the gray. Today is not that day. And so I got my hair done. I needed to go get my eyebrows done, but I said, hey, I'll figure that part out and live life. It'll be okay. I can just kind of do a little touch up here and there. But I needed to get my hair done. As you're going through, I'm going to answer that question in a second. As you're going through these emotional, hormonal ups and downs and all the things, what makes you happy? I went to the Goodwill several weeks ago, bought this dress, had never worn it, washed it up, put it on this morning. I put it on this evening because I went to the doctor and wore something different. Put it on this evening because I was going with my friend for dinner, and it fit amazingly. I still have a fat stomach. I know it is fine, but even though I'm not at 161 pounds, I'm still going to look good. I'm going to feel good as best as I can to work within this situation. So that's my encouragement for all of us. What makes you feel good? For me, my hair was a little bit longer and it was just coarse and it was looking dead. And I just knew it needs to go, right? When you have baggage, you know what bags you need to unpack. For me, I just cut my hair. It makes me feel better. And I can't explain to anybody. It just makes me feel better. So I went, she started cutting. She was like, this is a 5. Nope, we need to go lower. She's like, okay, this is a 3. What you think about this? Oh yeah, girl. Fade these sides out. We're going to be straight. Then when she molded it down, I was like, I don't really like this. Maybe I made a mistake because that was what she liked. So I came home and I took a shower. I washed my hair, put a little conditioner in it. And I started seeing my curls come back in. She's like, your hair is really straight. Yes, it is. But I started seeing my little wave pattern. I was like, oh, Shakima, okay. So when your mindset is right, when your mindset is right, then you can kind of get on the next thing. I know 2 things for sure. I have to walk. I've got a treadmill in the garage. A friend of mine gave us a treadmill. She no longer used it. Jackson uses the treadmill quite a lot, and it's in there. 30 minutes a day, every day, got to walk, either at the gym or in the garage. That's not open for negotiation. It is what it is. The second thing, I've got to get back to my healthy diet. Turkey, shrimp, salmon, chicken, breast. That's it. That's what we're having. There are no, let's go out and do all the other things. So tomorrow night, I know for sure I will not be on that plan because my boyfriend's coming. He's going to take me out to dinner. We're going to spend a few hours together, and then he's going to bring me home. Sunday starts back to the turkey, chicken, salmon, tilapia, whatever's in the freezer, because we're not going grocery shopping. We're going to eat what's in the freezer. 4th of July is coming. I'm not going anywhere that I know about. Turkey, chicken, salmon, tilapia, tuna, whatever's in the freezer is what we can eat. So for me, I had to get Shakima outwardly together to get my inwardly together. And now I should be able to put myself back on a good plan. I haven't been to the gym this week. I'm taking a week to just kind of get myself together, to pump myself up, to go back out to the gym every day. My friend that used to come over on every Saturday, she's very good, but I have not, we haven't been doing that lately just for different various reasons. So I went out with her last night and we went out again tonight. We went to Chick-fil-A yesterday and tonight we went to another little restaurant that's right here in town. And so we just got together. She's like, hey, let's do it again. So I know when I'm going out with her, I look ahead to see where we're going. I can check the menu to see what fits my macros. I am having slight trouble though getting in my protein because the hunger cues are not there. Nothing's telling my brain to eat except my alarms on my phone. And once I get to that point where the alarms are telling me, usually I'm doing something and I just don't get to it at that moment. I have to prioritize because I cannot strength train the way that I do and not eat my protein. If I don't eat anything else, I still got to eat my protein and I have to hydrate. Water is the thing. Now, back to the question about the car. The car, y'all, my car was so loud. Even after I took it for that $900 over at the Toyota place, $922 and some change. And my car was louder when I left than it was when I took it. It had started to kind of calm down a little bit, but it was loud. So I took it on a Thursday. Brother Wayne said he couldn't come till Monday. Get all the parts. Well, Monday, and let me tell you, he got my alternator changed. He got my brakes changed. He said the brakes did need to be changed. He went ahead and changed the alternator. He was out driving it. I didn't even know Brother Wayne was driving the car. Brother Wayne came back, ring the bell. He said, here's your keys. Everything is good. Y'all, I got in my car and it sounds like it ain't no problem. You hear me? Like my car sound like it used to sound before it started sounding crazy. And I was like, you know what? This is not for Shakima. So that helped me out just to answer that question. The other thing that I did get, thank you, ma'am. Somebody was talking about the electrolytes. I don't do well with drinking of them. So I have gone back to using salt in my food to help get in some of that for the electrolytes. I don't like doing this, but I have had to do this. I have had to supplement with protein shakes. I don't like to drink my calories. However, if I don't have a quick minute to cook something, I have a protein shake in the fridge. Found a couple at Food Lion. Oh no. How old are you? May I ask, wife, mom, boss 4? May I ask how old you are? So I've got a couple of protein shakes. They're the big ones. There's 50 grams of protein in those shakes. It's 2 servings in the bottle. So I can do half and half, or I can do 2 bottles will get me 4 days. That'll get me four meal replacements. But 5 ounces of chicken breast is like 44 grams of protein. So if I just do 15 ounces of chicken every day, which really is only 3 chicken breasts, that's how I'm trying to get it. And I may go back and do the yogurt. I like that idea of that. What is it? The Oikos. I like those, and they usually have a pretty good amount of protein. So I will go back and try to do the Oikos. I'm trying to stay away from as much dairy as possible because it does make me I feel like it adds inflammation into my body, but I will try the Oikos because I got to get protein in some type of a way. And so I'm going to do my level best in that area. I will say this. I have heard that there are people 32. Oh, hey, ma'am. I couldn't make out the picture. So I have heard that there are some people that the GLP-1s do not work for, but at 50, at my age, just working out at the gym, and I work out hard at the gym, is not doing it in my 50-year-old self. And even in my, because I think I went into menopause when I stopped having my cycle after my surgery. I think I went into menopause early, way early, latter 30s, early 40s when I had my surgery. And so just going to the gym is not proving beneficial for me. It's beneficial for my body, but I'm not seeing the result, right? So I would love to be at 175. 150 is a little bit light for me with my body structure at current because I'm short. However, if I could be 150 and have good muscle definition, I would take it. But 145, I mean, 175 would be like fantastical if I could get there. I don't know. I'll be able to gauge whether the shot versus the pill once I've been on it for a while. I do know that when I was on the injectables, I did not start losing weight until I got up to like the 0.751, like really the 1.0, and then I did like the 2.0. I can't remember all those numbers, but it was like the third jump is when I started to lose a little bit of weight. And actually at that 7.5 whatever, I was feeling slightly nauseous. So I think I did that round twice before I moved up to the next number. But when I got to that next number, for sure, I was losing. But in that first initial period, I wasn't. So I had to even have again today was having a pep talk with myself. Shakima, you already been through this before. Of course, you may not lose it all right now. You didn't on the last part. So I would say stay under the, for anybody that's considering, stay under the care of your health professional and give yourself a good amount of time, right? I think I did the contrary for about three cycles and I couldn't do it. So that's 90 days. At minimum, I'm going to do mine for 90 days and see what happens. That'll put me on the 9 milligrams for a year and a half. Okay. Oh, maintenance. It isn't I think here's what I'm asking myself, and I'll ask you all to ask yourself this as well. What's the important piece, right? I've prayed for the Lord to give me long life. The Bible says, with long life will I bless thee. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Holy Spirit. For me, right? With long life will I bless thee. My kids need long life. I want to eventually be married. My husband will need long life. I'm in the gym. I don't not go to the gym. Every day when I get off from work, I am in my car. The first stop I make is the gym. It's not working. My body is changing. My body composition is changing. Sister showed me a video the other day. And she's like, Mom, I know you don't think you're doing well, but look at this video. And I saw myself from the back. I was like, who is that? She said, Mom, that's you. I was like, oh my God. So it's very different looking now because my body has recomped itself. I just need the weight to work for me. I just need the weight to move in the right direction. And so I'm moving in that direction, right? What is your end game? My end game is health. My end game is being thinner, not skinny. I'm not looking for skinny. I've been that before. I want to be thinner because I want to wear the clothes I have. I don't want to buy new clothes. I don't want no clothes with X's in front of them. I just don't. And I want to be able to give my husband what he deserves, which is a very healthy and robust love life. I want that for him. I want it for me, but I want it for him. Because when you've been in this length and longevity time, you know, we making up for stuff. He shouldn't have to, but hey, this is where we at. So I want to be comfortable in my body so that I'm comfortable with my body and not having those issues, right? So many things attached to you when you realize the damage you've done. Nobody made me get to this weight. It's just what happened. Things I put in my mouth, my age, hormones, all those things. But now I'm taking back some of my own power and I'm saying to myself, Shakima, you can do this. You can do this. And I'm just going to do it. It started with changing my outward appearance. I know getting my hair done may not be in my budget, but I don't have any other choice. I need to feel good. I need to look good so that I can continue to be on my journey. Well, Shakima, you shouldn't have to do that to be on the journey. I shouldn't have to, but currently that's where I'm living. And if that's where I'm living, then I'll just make the adjustments, whatever I got to do. Whatever I got to do, however I got to do it. So I put money on my flexible spending card for these next 2 months. Of course, I'm going to have to pay out of pocket, but I don't have all the other expenses I typically would have. But then I'll have my health card for the next 7 months, for the next 5 months, because I put $750 on there. If it stays at $150, I'll have enough. If in October they say, yes, we're going to pay for it, then I won't have to pay for it anymore on that card. So I'm just making it work best way I know how. I'm making it work the best way I know how, but I'm going to give it my best effort. And so there it is, 20 days in. I don't feel like I'm a long ways. I am a little concerned because of, I think my prescription is coming from Ohio, is where the my doctor uses that pharmacy, is coming from Ohio, and it just took a long time to come. And so I don't want to be off for any days, because I want it just to be seamless and keep on moving along. I think that's the good part about getting it when you're somewhere close, local, but that's not how it's working out right now. So I have to get it how I can get it, but that's just where I am. Whatever journey you're on, it worked for you, it didn't work for you, find something that works. If exercise works, exercise. I know I was talking to sister the other day, and of course sister has some goals of her own, and she does the weight training, but she doesn't love it. I said, stop doing the weight training, just walk. If all you got is, you don't want to be in the gym lifting and buff and all that, walk. Give it something, 15 minutes a day, something. I don't know if y'all watched do TikTok, but there's a girl on there. Her name is Fine Dog Mother. She has Big Daddy in them, Big Daddy, Miss PK, Philip Cartel, Karma, Miss Daisy, and Autumn Night, and now she got a new dog named Jethro. She had gained a lot of weight. You could tell just from watching her on there. She started eating healthy at Whole Foods and getting her meals prepped because she couldn't do it. She had somebody else do them for her through the Whole Foods, and she's lost weight. However you got to do it, whether it's your food choices, whether it's your exercise choices, whether you're like me and you just need a little bit of assistance, and what you can take works. Contrave did not work for me. Wegovy is doing me just right. I don't know if they change it, if something else will work. I'll give it a try, because if it comes on my insurance, then I'll do it. But I know for me, this is something that has worked. You pick what works for you and do it. I know in the ladies group, Becoming the Woman God I Want to Be, we were talking about just self-image. Somebody put on there about self-care. Listen, you got to figure out what your best self looks like. I'm not waiting anymore to wear my fancy clothes. I'm just going to wear them. I don't have a fancy occasion. Today's a fancy occasion. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Because when I look good, I feel good. And when I feel good, I can do my goals, right? If I'm just sitting in this house, because I will cry because it's Tuesday. I told the doctor, I said, I just cry because it's Tuesday. No other reason. But that's not God's best for me. So let me do everything I can in my power to combat the hormones that I'm dealing with until what he gives me to deal with the hormones kicks in. And so that's where I'm living today. I hope this is encouraging. Again, we're just on day 32. Just on day 20. We'll come back on day 31, maybe 35 in there to see what that next level up looks like, and just kind of update you guys. I wanted to be able to have some real feedback, right? Because I didn't know what it was gonna feel like. I love a good perfume, honey. I've been wearing something. I love Her Business by Tabitha Brown, like His Business, Her Business. That's my favorite cologne ever. But my sister had given me a roll-on, and child, let me tell you, honey, poop, poop, a little here, a little I'm going outside. I'm outside. And I do my level best to be a good representation in the earth of what Christ is. Hey, I'm where I am until he takes me to somewhere else. But I'm not expecting him to do the work. I'm doing the work. So that's where it is. So y'all encourage me. I'll encourage y'all. I got my weight loss group. We're on here encouraging each other every day. And let me just say this. I have tried to include other people in the group, and people are like, oh, I want to join. We changed the whole group for people and they don't show up. So I'm not offering that anymore. I had opened it for a bit for people to come in, but nope. Nobody wants it. I'm gonna keep going with the people I got, and we're gonna do all the things. Billie Eilish, send me that on a text, because I will forget as soon as this thing is over, child. But it just smells so really good. I like smelling good. I like looking good. One of my fingernails broke. I was so discouraged. I said, Lord Jesus, I'm over here on the struggle bus, but my hair gonna look good. So hey, find that my glasses are always a good. I'm putting on earrings. I got all the things, all the things. And where did I go? Nowhere, just to have a quick meal with a friend. That was it. She and I met. She picked me up. We drove out. We sat and talked for an hour or two, came on back, and I looked how I looked. And I felt great and amazing. My skirt is a little like tennis skirt because we went to like a country club, a restaurant, tennis skirt type thing. Something I would never wear, but I'm going to venture out. I'm going to be excited about who I am. I'm 50, but I don't feel 50 because to me, 50 feels old. I am going to be who I am. And I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Is it hard? Yes. Has this week been a struggle? Absolutely. Because I have not felt like exercising. I just felt like my body just needed a minute. I probably should have took the month of June off from a lot of activities and just did college stuff with Jackson, getting him graduating and all that. And you're going to see, I think the next video is his graduation vlog. I think, don't quote me, but I think maybe tomorrow you'll see that. But again, this is where I am and this is where I'm living for the moment. Again, like I said, encourage me. I'll encourage you. Like the video, share, subscribe. We all have to find what works for us. I want to tell people, hey, get on it. It's going to help you, but it's not for everybody. Maybe you need to try something different. They got Zepbound and Fuego and Fluffy Duppy. Honey, you name it, they got it. Him, hers, all of them. Everybody got something now. So I'm going to try what's working. And if it doesn't, of course, I was doing the B12 shots. I haven't done that in a while, but the B12 plus the Wegovy might be good. But again, that just adds another expense. And right now I don't have any extra to pay for that expense. So I'm going to go with this. So anywho, there it is, you guys. Just a quick little update, 46 minutes quick. Yep. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all of those types of things. It just helps push us out into the algorithm. Y'all, I'm about to be fully empty nested. I'm going to do a video on the empty nest as soon as we get this nest empty. And I really don't know what to do with myself. Honestly, I think if my boyfriend lived closer, we would see each other a lot more. We don't because he doesn't live close. But this full empty nest, getting this body together, listen, I might get a proposal. I told y'all I got plans in 2026. Me and the Lord, we got some plans. And so everybody that would be in agreement with me, I appreciate that so much. Y'all pray for me. I'll pray for you. There it is. Look at Mama. What you licking? Oh, Mama is over there and Gwen are over there. We are in here doing our best thing. The kids have left me, but that is perfectly fine. But we're doing it. We're doing it for us. Whatever you do, do it for you and those that love you and that you love. Anywho, love you guys. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all of the things, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye, everybody.